Wouldn't it be a dream come true if you could manifest into reality anything you wanted? What if I told you that you can actually do that, if you have the right knowledge and master the right techniques, such as the amazing Neville Goddard Techniques for manifestation? It's not a secret anymore that humans are immortal, powerful spiritual beings, living a temporarily earthly experience. More and more people are interested in learning how to harness and develop their spiritual abilities to manifest the life that they really want. Thus, the internet has become the source of various information regarding manifestation and creating the life that you want, but not all of them are necessarily trustworthy and effective. In order to bring some light upon the best manifestation techniques that you can use, I will explain in detail some of Neville Goddard's most powerful manifestation techniques. 10 Neville Goddard Techniques for Manifestation. 1. The Ladder Technique. The ladder technique is one of Goddard's most famous techniques. It consists of imaging exercises that have to be repeated every night before going to bed. To do this exercise, you must close your eyes and imagine vividly that you are climbing a ladder while feeling every step you take. You must repeat this exercise for 3 nights in a row, and during the day you should write on several pieces of paper the statement, "I will not climb a ladder." After 3 consecutive days, you can stop the exercise and see what happens. Neville had his student try this exercise, and the results they reported were amazing. They said that after 3 days of visualizing that they climb a ladder, they were repeatedly put in situations in which they had to climb a ladder in real life. Goddard then explained to them that they can replace climbing a ladder with absolutely anything, because whatever we live in our imagination, we will create in real life as well. Thus, the ladder technique was born, and it is considered one of the best manifestation techniques. I suggest that you try it first by visualizing climbing a ladder, and then by visualizing one of your dreams come true. 2. Catch the mood technique. Goddard believed that a mood can be a catalyst for action. In other words, he stated that whatever mood you're in, it will draw certain things to you. Also, Goddard had a technique of creating his own mood and making it his reality. If he was sad, for example, he would create the mood of happiness inside him, and then he would dwell on it until it became his default mood. One important aspect of this technique is dwelling on the mood that you've created. If you're only feeling it temporarily, it will not do much as it will fade quickly, but if you dwell on it, it becomes your home or your permanent state. People are able to create any mood inside them and then bring it to reality. For example, Goddard spoke about the mood or feeling that you can fulfill any of your wishes. You just have to create that feeling inside of you, the strong belief that you can achieve anything, and then dwell on it permanently. 3. Breathing technique. The breathing technique that Goddard used to teach his students involved visualizing your goal while doing a breathing exercise. The breathing exercise consists of inhaling and exhaling, at first slowly, then speeding up the pace, and while breathing, taking in a lot of energy. Then, after several breaths, you release both the energy and the air inside your lungs, feeling how the energy is now fueling the outcome you desire, and which you were visualizing. Goddard said that this exercise should only be done once, and he compared it to a sexual act. He said this breathing technique is similar to a sexual act because you have to warm yourself up towards an explosion, just like the orgasm, and after such an energy explosion, there is nothing you can do to take it back. Once the pregnancy is forming, you can only wait for it to be complete. 4. Imaginal acts are facts. This is one of Goddard's most basic techniques, as the belief that whatever we imagine can come true is one of the core beliefs that shaped his entire work. This technique involves imagining that whatever you wish to attain has already happened. Along with imagining it, also feel how that has already happened. With that image in mind and that feeling in your heart, imagine that you have several mental conversations about the purpose that has come to fruition. These conversations would have to be with people that you know, and who are asking you about it, congratulating you on it, and so on. The purpose of these mental conversations is to make your goal feel as if it has already happened. When you imagine what people will say, you will have even more faith in it. The best thing about this technique is that you can use it on other people as well. For example, let's say you want to help an unemployed friend find a job. Imagine having a conversation with him in which he is telling you that he has found a job, and is telling you all about it, that he is earning really well and he is very happy with his new job, or anything similar. Imagine the conversation in great detail, the spark of joy in his eyes, the happiness in his voice, how well he is looking, and anything else you can think of. Repeat this exercise a few times, adding more and more intention to it, and wait for your friend to deliver the good news. 5. Construct an event. The fifth technique I am going to share with you is mentally constructing an event that would follow after the fulfillment of your desire. The first step to do this is to choose the event, a wedding, a party, a business event, you name it. Be clear about how this event is linked to your desire. For example, you could visualize the wedding that followed after meeting your soulmate, or a business party where your promotion is celebrated. The second step is to go into a meditative state, completely relaxing, laying down or sitting in a chair and imagining that particular event, feeling how it is literally happening to you and how you are actively taking part in it. You can imagine shaking hands with people, feeling their hands in yours, or hugging them, feeling their hands around your body. When you've finished, keep those emotions that the event is triggering in you for as long as possible. 6. Congratulations technique. Another easy technique for manifesting your dreams is the congratulations technique. To do this Neville Goddard technique, first, imagine that you have already fulfilled your dream. Second, imagine someone else, like a friend or a family member, congratulating you for it wholeheartedly. Make this exercise as realistic as possible, visualizing your friend in great detail. You can even imagine how they shake your hand congratulating you, feeling their handshake at the same time. While imagining the person congratulating you, feel how the fulfillment of your goal has been a gift of God bestowed upon you. Feel how God decided you deserve to have this, therefore it has been His will to bless you with it. 7. Dare to assume. The dare to assume technique is very powerful, as it does take some courage and a high level of self-esteem. This technique starts with imagining how your life would look if your objective had already been real. Then, assume that it has already happened. Again, get into a meditative state and imagine that your objective has become real, and feel everything you would feel in that situation. Also, allow yourself to strongly feel that the event has happened. Enhance this feeling until it reaches a maximum point. When you're done with the meditation, continue to feel as if your dream has come true, and feel and act exactly as you would do in that situation. Identify yourself with your ideal, embody whoever you need to become to attract what you want, feel that you already are that way, and have what you want. I was saying that this technique required courage and high self-esteem because many people would never dare to identify themselves with their ideals. They feel like a failure, judging themselves for not having certain things, and forgetting that there is still time to achieve anything. There are no fixed milestones in life. Thus, I encourage you to identify with your ideal and allow yourself to feel that you deserve anything you truly want. 8. Eavesdrop technique. The eavesdrop technique is another powerful imaginative act. To do this technique, first, get into a meditative state. Then, imagine that you overhear a conversation between your friends and acquaintances talking about you, and the fact that you've accomplished your goal. Imagine hearing very clearly the things they say. Imagine in great detail who is talking and what they are saying, the tone of voice, the word they use, and how this makes you feel. Internalize the feelings that you feel when you hear that conversation and turn these feelings into real feelings. Think that some of your friends are saying words of praise and admiration, some are jealous, and some are surprised. Whatever each of them says, internalize it and feel that it has become real. 9. Feel as if you fall asleep. Another powerful Neville Goddard technique to manifest would be to engage in a meditation in which you visualize exactly what you want right before falling asleep. The best time to do this meditation is when you are a bit drowsy, as drowsiness can enhance your mental powers and facilitate the manifestation process. Lay in bed, before falling asleep, and engage in detailed, powerful visualization of what you want to achieve. Feel that it has already happened, and again try to experience the same emotions you would experience if it had already happened. The key to this technique is to do it for sufficient time before falling asleep. Try to not fall asleep too soon, but rather harness the power of your sleepy mind into making your manifestation more powerful. If you are correctly engaged in the technique, you should feel when a sufficient amount of energy has been sent towards your objective and you are ready to fall asleep. Then, allow yourself to fall asleep knowing that your objective has been fulfilled. 10. Go to the end/fast forward. This technique starts with imagining that your objective is already accomplished. In meditation, you can visualize how you've already overcome all the obstacles, gone through all the steps you needed to go through, and that what you wished for is just about to happen any second. Feel that you're about to receive it really soon, and allow yourself to feel victorious and to feel the happiness about having accomplished what you've wanted to accomplish. This technique is particularly helpful if you've had any doubters around you, who lowered your self-esteem and diminished your manifestation abilities. The feeling that what you want has already happened will erase all the doubts in your mind. Neville Goddard Manifestation Techniques Summary. To summarize, Neville Goddard's manifestation techniques are very effective, and they all rely on the power of imagination. Goddard was inspired by the Bible when he created his techniques, but his approach is definitely new and unique. As you may have noticed, all of Neville's techniques have one thing in common: they use imagery and rely on the power of the mind. The techniques are not identical, but they are quite similar because they are based on the same philosophy. The best thing to do is to try several of them, don't just try one. Of course, if one technique resonates with you in particular, you can use it as much as you want, but give all the techniques an honest chance.